Free Grumpy Games.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Feminists Do DIY podcast. How many feminists does it take to screw in the light bulb? 2. One to screw in the light bulb and the other one to suck my dick.
I'm Jermaine Greer.
I'm Anita Sarkeesian.
I'm some other prominent feminazi retard loser.
Nice.
I quite like Jermaine Greer actually. Joking aside, I quite respect that. Anyway, continue.
So, games.
Games. What you been playing this week? Anybody? Let me guess. Grand Theft Auto 5 for you.
Slasher.
And Bloodborne for you.
Pretty much, aye.
I played a bit of The Last of Us. And I was playing a bit of Super Meat Boy last night briefly. I watched Matthew Hall play it. And I'm telling you now, Matthew Hall is the greatest platformer player you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Guy's a legend.
That's the thing, like, what's put me off on the PS4 is they've changed the soundtrack, because I played it on the original on the PC, and they couldn't get hold of the guy for the rights for the soundtrack, so they've redone all the soundtrack, but like I don't like it. I mean, if you've never played it, it probably sounds cool, but like, I don't know. It's good that they didn't try and stay faithful to the original soundtrack, because it's not theirs and it's like plagiarism, but like, I don't know, I just can't like wrap my head around it, so I haven't bothered with it.
I've been playing Gears of War this week on the old Xbox. I've got to say, it's got to be the best fucking cover shooter I've ever played in my life. It's just, the mechanics of it are
It's
awesome.
pretty much the benchmark, and for everything else like that.
Yeah, Gears of War is good. It's one of the reasons I want an Xbox One at some point.
Talking about the Xbox One, there's some things because obviously last week I'd only had it for like a few hours. There's some things that I think are really cool that the PS4 is lacking. Like, remember in the E3 announcement for the PS4, they were like, well, you want to download a game? You can play it when it's 25% of the way done.
Yeah.
You can't. On the Xbox you can. You can just start playing it whilst it's downloading. Another cool feature is on the left-hand side of it. There's a USB port specifically for hard drives. You can plug in any hard drive you like, and you can not save your games, but you know how when you copy a game from a disc to the hard drive, you can put it on that hard drive on the external.
Xbox free.
Yeah, and you can put movies on there and play them from it and shit like that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Some really good features on it.
Yeah.
I knew the features were better on the Xbox, but my thing with the game, and I still maintain this, we're getting the other console first, was for the money, because at the time, I know the Xbox is considerably cheaper now, which if it was the case when they launched, might have swung it the other way, but I don't give a fuck about features primarily.
Yeah.
Secondarily I do, but primarily which one runs the games better.
Yeah.
I've got other things.
It's undoubtedly the PS4. I mean, I've seen some issues with Gears of War, like the frame rate drops dramatically every now and then, but you know, other than that, it's all right. But yeah, the PlayStation's got far better graphics.
Is that with the new one though, or is it the older ones? Is it just because? Do you think the frame drops because of the port, or because of like the machine?
I would say the port, because I haven't noticed it on anything else.
I can't imagine it being the machine. Like,
I've signed up to EA Access, so I paid £20, and for a year I can download and keep as many games as I want.
We were talking about that last time. It's basically it's everything PS Now should have been.
Yeah. So I've been playing Battlefield Hardline. Not online, obviously. I've been playing the single player campaign. And I'm guessing when you got Hardline, you never played it.
I did. I played about half of it, and it was dog shit.
Half of it. Where'd you get up there?
The bit where it was dog shit.
I can't remember exactly where I got up to. I've done a house, I've done a massive courtyard, I've done this bit where you're having to stealth around, and it just got so fucking tedious. The arrest mechanics and everything, it was just all shit. But I put a good 4 hours, 4.5, 5 hours into the game.
I think it's weird how they've done it. It's like they split it into episodes, they call it. Yeah. I thought it was weird, but
it's crap.
Yeah.
It's just crap. Do you actually like it?
No.
It's awful.
There is a few things.
Bugs the shit out of me.
There is a few things I like about it that reminded us of Bad Company 2. and that was just some of the guns and how they fired, and
It's
you know,
dog shit.
you could get shot and you're like, where the fuck's that
Mate,
coming from? But,
Play it online, it's the most appalling thing you'll ever play.
oh no, I played the beta for it.
You don't do online though anyway, do you?
Nah.
Really?
But speaking of beta, I recently got
Battleborn.
Battleborn.
Is it any good?
Well, I signed an NDA, so I'm not allowed to talk about it,
Right.
but I will, because I'm like a rebel and that.
He's a wild man of rock.
Wild man.
So
So
you don't have to give us specifics, like, is it good?
I've got no idea.
Oh, you haven't played it?
I've tried. So you get to the splash screen where your character is,
Right.
okay, and it says searching for other players, and that's all I've getting
Alright.
for hours on end. Been just sitting watching that for hours. So is it a good game? I don't know. Are the servers shit? Yeah. I should have gotten it for the Xbox probably,
Yeah.
because I know people who have it for that and playing it quite well. Any news from you guys?
Few things. Some of it's.
I've got some depressing news, which I'm probably sure you're going to bring up.
Probably. Basically, the guy at the top of Sony PlayStation did like an AMA on Twitter the other day to like ask me anything.
Yeah.
So people are asking them like I've got 2 points that I might as well bring up at the same time because they're off the back of the same thing. First thing, he was asked about being able to change your PSN name, and basically he says if they ever find a way to do it, then yeah. But he's quoted as saying he doesn't think that it'll ever be possible, and apparently the main reason behind it is because they say it's like how can I put it? Like it'll encourage trolls because you can pay a complete arsehole and then like you block someone, then they change the name or whatever, and then like
That's bullshit. If you're going to charge to change your name, do it on a tiered system. So first time you change your name, £5. Second time,
Well, actually-
first time free, second
yeah,
time
that's how the
£5.
Xbox does it, isn't it?
Exactly,
The first
yeah.
time free, that's a fixed point thingy. But I think from what I understand, they weren't planning on charging for it, but they want to like find a system where like people don't just abuse it.
Oh, allow 3 changes in a lifetime on any one account.
Yeah.
See, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Because who's going to like with any serious person, who's going to want to change it more than 3 times?
Exactly. I've had my PSN since day one of PS3. but-
Me
The only
too.
the only reason I've changed mine was when I got my PS4,
Yeah.
and I felt like something different.
Andy changed his once. He became Chuck Norris for a while.
I've still got that login. I only used it for Battlefield.
I've kept my old one because I can actually, now that I think about it, I can delete it. Because the only reason I'd kept it was because at the time I had loads of stuff on the PlayStation 3 like store downloaded, and like at the time mistakenly, now obviously with hindsight, I thought that at some point like it'll be backwards compatible and I can play them all again, and then I haven't lost all my shit. But yeah, which actually brings us on to my other thing. Another thing he was asked. I mean, I know we like don't really care about backwards compatibility.
I think it's a red herring.
Yeah,
in the whole
but,
game industry.
Someone asked him about it, and it's pretty much concrete confirmed now that PS4 will never be backwards compatible.
Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be nice to slip a Hogs of War disc into your PS4 every now and then?
No different to slipping it into a PS1.
But that's the thing, it's kind of like definitive now, it's never going to happen on PS4.
But the thing is, right, you look at the, like, kind of, like, here's the thing, the criticism, I sound like a fucking Sony fanboy today, the criticism Sony had all the time on the last one, on the PS3, was that the coding language was dog shit and the architecture was fucking stupid in the
Yeah.
console, and developers had a really fucking hard time with that console. So they actually, to be fair to them, they took all that criticism on board for the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 4 is much more in line with the modern PC spec build, and developers are finding a lot easier to work on.
Yeah.
Now, these previous games were in a different coding language and all sorts on the architecture for the PS3 and in the coding languages for the PS3. So to make it backwards compatible would be incredibly difficult.
See, you say that though, but on like PS Now, it's nearly exclusively PS3 titles, isn't
Yeah.
it? Whereas I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's like as far as like because their PS Now is basically they're going, this is what you're doing. If you want to play old games, this is how it happens on PS4. But it's only PS3 titles on that. There's hardly any like, and this is we talked about this last week where
It would be cheaper to buy a fucking
I
PS3.
think it's a nice touch, and that's all backwards compatibility is.
yeah.
If I wanted to play PS3 games, I'd have kept my PS3.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I give mine away to my father, and like, do I wish I'd kept it to play my PS3 games? Yeah, but like at the same time, I'm not completely bummed out about it. No, because my dad's got a PS3 and he's enjoying it. So.
One of my students, right?
I'm not fussed.
He wanted to come out of training. He had his Xbox 360 up for sale, and I thought, yeah, I could do with one of them again. So I cracked him a deal. You're going back, what, 5-6 months? And I've got that 360 sat there, and I've got Fable 2 and Fable 3 because I really wanted to play them.
Do you get Red Dead as well?
I've got Red Dead, yeah.
Yeah, New Vegas as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I sold that because I could never do that. We hammered that way too much,
Yeah.
I couldn't go back to it. But I think I've switched the console about 4 times, and none of them have been to play them games. Do you know what I mean? It's like I haven't played them because I go to play them and I think, oh, I'll play Fable 2 tonight. And then I look and I'm like, well, why? When I've got like The Last of Us there or GTA there,
Yeah.
why am I going to? I've got better things. And then I look back through my whole childhood, and it was like every time I moved on to a better console or a better system, computer, whatever it was, I didn't really fuck on with the older stuff again. I mean, there are games that every now and then I'll go back and play.
But that's it. It's only out of nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not out of
And
like.
9 times out of 10, if you play a game that you loved as a kid, you fucking hate it again. You know, because you think, oh,
So
God,
like
shit.
backwards compatibility to me isn't a selling point. It's not a thing.
I've
to
noticed
me.
a lot of the game. I'm going slightly off topic, but a lot of the things I used to play as a child, when I've went back to in recent years, I found that are like fucking solid.
Yeah.
And like the 11-year-old me must have been some fucking god at Top Gear 2 on the SNES because I'm fucking awful at it now compared to what I was.
That's what I think about Ghosts and Goblins as well. That's so fucking difficult when you go back to it.
Just Golden Axe on hard mode. We
fucking hell,
completed that on hard mode when we were kids.
Yeah.
Couldn't get halfway through that fucking now.
I couldn't get off the first fucking screen.
Even just trying to hit the goblins with the sacks with the potions in, I get fucking angry.
Altered Beast.
What are you laughing at?
Just that. I can see you just fucking blowing your stack.
Oh mate, honestly, you've got no idea. You've got nothing. The music's like there to taunt you. The music's going, you're a sparker, you're a sparker. Good game though. Yeah, I do get fairly angry. But anyway, yes, you'd be surprised to know I have been playing Grand Theft Auto. What do you know? What again? More and more that game, free DLC, more free DLC, just because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. The
Yeah,
DLC
I
is
like,
awesome.
I really enjoy like Rockstar's approach to it. They're kind of like, well, they don't put stuff out like all the time, but the stuff they put out's like decent. It's good
Right,
quality.
for the people who aren't playing GTA 5,
Me.
1, losers. But 2, right, the best
Losers.
thing, I mean, the cars in that you've got in the patch, I've already got the hearse, I've got the other one, like the Herman Munster
Yeah.
car, I've got all of it, because I had millions, because I played all the time.
Aye.
All of that stuff's all well and good, it's great. The masks that they've put in it are great. But the best thing about it is this ridiculous new, these new levels that they've put in adversary
Slasher
mode.
mode,
Yeah,
aye.
they're called Slasher, right?
That video you sent us
For the people who don't understand what Slasher is, it's a 3-minute round, or it's 2 3-minute rounds. It's 3 to 6 minutes, and it's 8 players in a server. One player starts off as the Slasher. He's got a shotgun with a light on. The levels are either very dark or actually pitch black.
Yeah.
Like if you play in like the one on the heist where you go in with the infrared.
Aye.
Like if you're playing that level, it's jet black. Literally your screen's black until you shine your torch. So the Slasher starts, he's got a shotgun with a torch on it. And then the other 7 players have got flashlights in the DLC. It's a melee weapon. Right?
Okay.
And what it is, you've got this 3-minute round where you're stalking them with
Yeah.
your shotgun. They can kill you with the flashlights, like some people are really good at it.
Yeah.
Callum's exceptionally good at it. They're killing you with a flashlight infuriatingly to the point where I'm going to get a taxi down to the fat cunt's house and storm his head in with a real flashlight. How the fuck you like that? Right. But I mean, Ashley's pretty good as well, but the trip to California to Braham's a bit much. So the whole thing is, right, you do that, but if I haven't hunted, say if I'm the Slasher and there's a couple of them left alive after 3 minutes, the people who are left alive get shotguns too.
So you've the
hunter
impetus is to,
becomes the
like,
hunted,
yeah,
exactly.
to go quickly.
Yeah, and it's fucking brilliant fun. Like honestly, it gets you like nerves
Yeah,
jangling
yeah.
properly. And I was like laughing and giggling like a kid while I was playing. It's so much fun. You know, so little things like that I think are great touches. And
Yeah.
I know that I'm a GTA 5 fanatic. I know I am. I get that. And I know it's not for everyone. But why I did want to bring it up, you've already touched on it, is the approach to the DLC. Rockstar, it doesn't seem like they can fall out of favour with me. Because even if...
Careful, you said that about
I know,
Ubisoft.
I gave Ubisoft the kiss of death, didn't I? But
Black spot.
like Ubisoft were like, oh really, you like us that much? Well, we'd best be the new EA then. Weren't they? Do you know
I think the thing is though, is Rockstar, I think, are far too irreverent to ever go that path.
Yeah, they got too like their
They
whole,
don't take themselves seriously.
Yeah.
It's like they don't care about
Yeah.
being a big company in the mainstream. They just do what they do. You know?
They're like the fucking Trey Parker and Matt Stone of the
Exactly.
gaming world.
Yes.
Oh, on a side note, have you seen how they're handling that Yelp thing?
I saw.
They did an episode hammering Yelp, torturing Yelp.
Yes, I watched
It's
that.
fucking
Compared them to
this
ISIS.
this new season, right? Like South. I know this is off topic slightly. It's not gaming, but it's still fucking cool. They've just found the mojo again. I don't think South Park's ever been bad, but there are seasons that are better than
Yes.
others. This season, they've found the mojo, and it's all continually going on. And they're attacking like political correctness,
Yeah.
social justice warriors, all the stuff that's currently happening in the world, and they're just absolutely laying the smackdown on it.
My teeny tiny bicyclette.
They went in fucking. They had this episode where they tortured Yelp reviewers because every fucker and his dog thinks he's a restaurant reviewer now.
Yeah.
Now
yeah,
Yelp.
I'm a Yelp reviewer.
Yeah, Yelp have launched a lawsuit.
Yeah, same for like.
But here's the
have they?
best.
Yeah. 10
Here's,
million.
no, you're going to love this. Here's the punchline. This is how much of a fuck Matt Stone and Trey Parker give. They've reviewed, in the style of Yelp, the receiving of the lawsuit.
they give it 1 star.
And they gave it 1 star.
Yeah,
That's
genius.
excellent.
They said like when the solicitor handed it over that he didn't smile, there was no customer service,
Yeah.
all this sort of stuff.
Oh, that was excellent.
I think it's phenomenal, that, isn't it? I love those guys. Like,
Yeah.
How can Yelp get pissed off about it? Because it's not aimed at them. It's aimed at the fucking people who are
Yeah,
using
but
it.
they basically made out like it's damaging to their like sort of.
the thing is,
To
though, right?
businesses,
It
yeah.
probably is a little bit, and it fucking should be, and that's a good thing. You know, all that stuff does need serious takedown.
That's the thing. Like this is the thing, right? It's like South Park only goes for like what you'd consider like the low hanging fruit. Anyway, they just do it so well. Do you know what I mean? They never pick on the little guy. It's only people who like it's easy to make fun of. But a lot of the time, it's just people who, like they're just the first to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't think anyone else has tried to take the piss out of Yelp. But obviously, there's been like something there for them to give them the idea in the first place.
Exactly.
And Principal PC or whatever he's called.
Oh,
Funny guy.
Alright, awesome. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent.
Bit of a tangent.
I hope it kind of links with the new South Park game, actually.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
So,
that was-
sad news. No Man's Sky is not coming out this year.
yeah, it's
June
next June, isn't it?
2016.
Next June.
Like it was promised, it would be out this year.
Oh, I thought so.
But it's fine. I'm prepared to wait for it because it looks mint.
That's the only game. That's the only reason I've still got a PS4.
And there's things in the meantime that
You,
like
if
I'm
you
interested
sold
in.
your PS4 though, even if it wasn't for that game, you'd immediately regret it and you'd know it was a dick move because you'd start playing the same games we're playing later in the year, but you'd just be playing it in like a lesser format. The whole original reason you got your PlayStation over your Xbox in the first place, you'd be like, oh, why did I bother?
Like what'll happen is like I'm sure at some point if you sold your PS4, like a year later down the line when there's like not really coming out on the Xbox and you're like a bit bored, you'd be like, you know what, I quite fancy getting a PS4.
yeah, there's
I
going
know.
to be there's a
And
lot
yet-
of years in the life cycle.
But the
of
reason
these
I'm thinking about
consoles.
selling my PS4 is because I want to get a new one. Because mine's got fucking cake inside of it off the kids.
There is that like
Yeah.
you can get one of those fancy half terabyte ones. Or you can get the full terabyte one, but it's massive.
No, fuck that.
They only do the new slimmer versions in half terabyte.
I'll wait for the what's it called, the PS4 Elite to come out, whatever it is.
When are them gunmetal controls coming out?
I don't know, but I'd really like one.
I
I'll
want
have a
one.
look.
I need one. Don't want. I need 2.
You need 2.
Yeah, I want. There's 2 that I like. I'll pull them up.
Alright.
I'll show you. I'll tell you which ones I like.
What you could do is like, do you know how Yeah, that PS3 controller you love, and you got Kaylee to take the bits
Yeah.
and clean it out.
Yeah.
Right? What you could do is just
2 seconds, mate. Hang on. Fonz is on the phone. He wants his fucking haircut.
Alright. Hey!
Yeah, honestly, as you good. You're lucky. This is an audio podcast, mate.
People would love it,
They
man.
can see your fucking haircut now.
I can always take a picture of it and put it
I
on
think you should, honestly,
YouTube.
man. It's honestly like that haircut was cool in the 50s.
I'm bringing greases back.
It's fucking greases. Anyway, what were you saying?
Why don't you just like get Kaylee to take your PS4 pad apart, right, and then spray the case with like good metal?
I don't
'Cause it's not
want
the
it.
same.
Do you know what I mean? Shut up, you fucking pauper. God.
Wait, you're
Why
saying
don't we
you
make
need
you a
one?
new console out of paper mache, and then me and Cooper
Cornflakes box.
me and Cooper will cut like a hole in the TV, like a big box, and draw TV knobs on the side.
The fucking
And me and
cutting
Cooper will
board
jump
for-
up and we'll pretend to do The Last of Us.
Yeah. Obviously he'll be Ellie.
Yeah. And it'd be shit.
It'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be-
Watch.
It'd be fucking shit.
Let's have a quick practice now. Oh no, here is our clicker.
Oh no, you better hide like pet.
I am hiding, no.
Pick up a brick and hide it off its head.
Oh, you've just angered it.
Oh, it's coming our here.
You better run to the tune.
I've only got 2 rounds left.
See? That,
Mate, that was better than the real thing. Did you not
you,
feel
you,
that?
you even joined in.
I
Did
stand,
you feel
I stand
that?
corrected.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were immersed.
I stand corrected. That was riveting.
That was full immersion.
That was riveting.
That was full immersion, wasn't it?
Spellbinding.
I thought it was, yeah. Right, so
So you know one of the reasons you wanted an Xbox was Titanfall. You wanted to play it.
yes, I do
Second one's coming out, isn't
really
it?
want to play that.
Well, the
Oh, it's
second
been
one's
announced.
2017 should be coming out.
And that what's the
But it's coming out on all
what's the Roman
platforms.
soldier one?
Rise.
I
Rise.
really want to
and
play that.
So do I. Found it for £12. I might pick it up.
Get it, and then lend me your Xbox.
No.
Aye.
But I played Titanfall the other night, and I only had a quick go. Like, but it seems like it would be fun if you had some mates online.
This is the thing, that game, the only reason that it did poorly was because at the time the Xbox was doing poorly, because it was during that era when like
Yeah,
everyone
when the
was like,
Xbox
oh,
was getting-
Xbox are arseholes.
Yeah.
Well, they were arseholes at that
Yeah,
time.
but Titanfall itself
It was
game
before
really good.
Good Guy Phil Spence came
Yeah,
in.
it was,
wasn't
aye. Good guy Phil Spencer.
But yeah, it seems like it had some promise. Like if you had a group of mates on to play with, it would be good. So y'all get an Xbox.
This is the thing, like, I'll probably, like, as soon as I can, like, afford one sort of fairly comfortably, I'll buy one. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, at the minute, I've got things like
Holy
Christmas
shit.
and fucking seminars and
Holy
shit. to pay
shit.
for.
This isn't the pad, but I think I've just found a site that do your own exclusive custom controllers for you.
Oh yeah, Feelers G sent us a link for that.
This is awesome. I'm going to give them a shout out. It's called thecontrollershop.com.
Yeah, Xbox pads, though, aren't you?
Yeah, but it does everything.
Yeah, they do the paddles on the back and all that shit.
Wow.
I wonder how much one of them will set you back, because I'd get one of them.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, custom. That's fucking sexy as fuck.
These
that.
are fucking incredible. This is awesome.
You know the new Xbox pad that's coming out? That's about 150 quid.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Fearless G about it because I was thinking about getting it, and he said check these out because they'd be cheaper and you can customize it exactly
Yeah.
how you want. And it's got like, you know how you got your trigger sensitivity in
Yeah.
the new pad. It's even got that, so you
See,
just turn a few screws and it.
This is the thing, isn't it? Because like, the nice thing about the new Xbox pad that's coming out is the options there. But once you've got your preferred setting dialed in, you're not going to change it, are you?
Yeah, you're right.
So you might as well go with something like that.
This is
Well,
really
you will
good.
change it to game.
Do you reckon?
I
think
wouldn't.
so.
I don't think I do. I think I like my pad to feel exactly how I like it.
So if you have like a hair trigger for Battlefield,
Yeah.
you're not going to want that on something like The Last of Us. You know what I mean?
So you can go into the gallery, right? And then you can obviously look at these. I'm refining it by console. So I'm looking at the PS4 ones. Obviously, these are fucking fantastic. I don't just
They're
mean the
pretty.
good. Look at that.
That's kind of
That's got your name written all over it.
I
It's
mean,
very
that
80s.
looks like
that's the disco pad.
that looks like somebody shit the 80s onto a pad. That is my pad. Look at that one. Wow. Oh, that's actually hurt my eyes. I'm in love with this. This is the best
Oh,
thing.
I like that. That
Which-
wooden one. That looks awesome.
Oh, you boring
Give us a look.
bastard. You are such
It
a
looks
fucking hipster.
fucking cool.
But it does-
Oh, like
it
the
does
wooden
look-
one.
It does look cool though.
Look at these amazing, vibrant colours, though, right?
Yeah, but we.
Leaping out the screen. I like the one that looks like wood.
But the thing is, Andy, me and Hal have something called taste.
Well,
Yeah.
no, you don't.
All
Look at the
you've
shit
got.
you're looking at. Look at that.
No, these aren't shit. Honestly, I'm going to give it a shout.
It looks
Just-
like Eddie Van
Those
Halen
who
took
miss-
LSD
Mate,
and puked
on-
all over
That's
the
what it
pad.
is.
You
It's
know,
just
when
LSD
you
memories.
upload the podcast, put links in the description for these.
I'm not saying they aren't cool because I'd have one of them as well. I'm just saying I like the look of certain ones more than others. Like that, I think's boring, but I like that one a lot more.
That's beautiful. I love these. These are incredible. Like, this is one of the coolest things
I
I've
think.
ever found on the internet.
I think it'll probably be know what to get us for Christmas now. Like,
You can't get one of these before me, or I'll have to punch your fucking skull in. Look at that!
oh, the flames. That's awful. That's terrible. You can't get
It's
that.
amazing.
It's fucking shit.
What
Do you know what it is?
fuck
That's
is-
the pad equivalent of the fucking like
80s hair metal.
No,
That's
the
what it
fucking-
is.
The skater kids that used to wear them black shirts
Oh.
with flames around the bottom.
Oh,
That's what
God.
that pad is.
Right, so what's wrong with that? Look at that one.
Smash Mouth.
Look at that one.
band.
Look
That's
at
what
that
the
one. Look at
reminds
that
of.
one.
That's better. That's more acceptable. Even though it's still flames, that's more acceptable.
Flames are awesome.
Yeah, I like the look of that one actually. It's got blood dripping down it. That's cool.
Oh, mate, nobody cares what you think.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
That's fantastic. I like the fact that I think they must come in these cases as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what? I'm so like that. This nothing screams pro gamer. Like your own
Nintendo Power Glove.
Basement dweller, maybe.
yeah, pro gamer, man. Mate, I'm sold. I'm totally sold. Like I'm a fan. This hang on, go to this home screen and I'll do my favourites. It's very rare that a site that isn't pornography gets fucking bookmarked by me. Like
The only porn gaming crossover we had so far was Hot Ryu.
Hot Ryu was pretty awesome. Like
We had pterodactyl porn,
I might-
although it had
I-
nothing to do
sorry,
with gaming.
gaming.
Well, you've gotten about a bit more gaming now. I'm gonna run a quick check in on Hot Ryu, see how things are good.
Is she still hot?
And Ryu, like, yeah, custom controllers. Yeah, that's the one. Save that. Oh, they're beautiful.
Add it to the Facebook page.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I will.
So that was Cooper's subtle way of saying, yeah, you put someone on the Facebook page because like I'm sick of being the only one.
I
Yeah.
go on sometimes.
Sometimes meaning never.
Been on once or twice.
Yeah, to call Longy a bitch because he went he went to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but was he a bitch?
Yeah.
Right. So what's your point?
As you have
I was
taste.
just drawing attention back to that. I wasn't disagreeing with the post.
So as you have taste, Hal, did you ever play Vampire the Masquerade on the PC?
Is it Vampire Bloodlines? Or is that something different?
Yes. Yes.
The same thing.
Old RPG
Yeah.
from back in the day.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I probably have, but I can't recall it.
So a Swedish publisher called Paradox has purchased all White Wolf.
Paradox are pretty good.
They purchased all of White Wolf properties. So White Wolf do a lot of tabletop RPGs
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But they made Vampire the Masquerade, so there's hope that it's going to get redone and re-released on this gen's consoles, which would be good because it's a
That'd be cool.
fucking awesome game, except for the game-breaking glitch, like that
Yeah.
never got fixed. But other than that, that's pretty much all the fucking gaming news, because this week it's been quiet as
I
fuck.
want a good like medieval RPG.
Yeah.
That would be good.
I still want. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to go on about this again. I still want a good laser gun based FPS. I know we've got Destiny. I'm not dragging that out again.
Yeah, we've done
Star Wars is coming up.
Battlefront. I'm like, there's a big part of me really wants to love the game and is trying to force me to love it. And there's another part of me where I'm still like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
It's
Like
just Battlefield.
I
with
just
Star
feel
Wars
scared
skins.
about getting robbed with a broken game again.
Yeah.
And I just want,
Well-
but I want something that's like darker than Star
Yeah,
Wars.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I want something like,
Steampunk.
yeah. Do you know when
Guns.
do you know what?
Shoes.
One of my
Bullet shoes.
Bullet shoes.
One of my, oh yeah. Well, I can't wait for that. Like, never mind the bullet shoes. I can't wait for that.
I
game.
was reading about that. Apparently, they haven't. They said in an interview they haven't got the full team working on that yet because some of the team's still working on the next Witcher
Witcher,
3
yeah.
expansion. But what he did say is that the part of the team that has been working on it has been working on it for some time.
So I'm guessing before Witcher 3,
Yeah.
around about that time.
Yeah, so it's further along than we think. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to the bullet shoes. Like,
I think it's going to be awesome. Right, there you go, Cooper. I've put something up.
Good for you.
but yeah, I'd like a good like medieval RPG, because like JRPGs are like they're not done well anymore. It's just like, I mean, look at any of the new Final Fantasies and I just want to puke.
Oh, did you enjoy my comment on your YouTube feed for Bloodborne?
Yeah, the one where you said it was a grind fest. Yeah, I saw.
I thought you might like that. I
The only
just thought-
problem was that it was on your Reaver Magic one, and now you've deleted that. It doesn't show.
I'll just do it again. I'll abuse you again with you.
Also, I was looking at my YouTube page the other day, and I was like, "Fucking hell, I've lost a subscriber. Fucking hell!" And then I realised that's what they've been.
I've resubscribed with my other one though.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know them. I
think
haven't
so.
checked it recently, so
Well, you're going to lose a lot of subscribers if you keep playing that shite game.
yeah.
Have you
I've
guys
been some
seen
views on it.
seen the leaked Fallout 4 shots yet?
No.
I've seen some of them.
Just for the listeners, right? Cooper's shown the one fucking partially sighted guy here. Thank you. On a fucking 3-inch phone screen. Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Look at how colourful that blur is. It looks a blur, isn't it?
Actually, that looks excellent.
And this is all from the Xbox One.
The people have criticised heavily the graphics on this.
Do you know what it is?
I think it's bullshit. I think they look alright.
Do you know what it is?
They're not
right?
amazing. What? I'm listening.
The thing that makes me really appreciate them is that it's
There, that's cool. That.
it's the draw distance and the attention to detail at distance.
Yeah.
So like, it's not just like beautiful up close and then everything else is like fucking paper mache. Like, yeah, they're not like fucking. They're not amazing. Like they're not like. I don't want to even say it. Like
They're not like Witcher 3.
Well, I was going to
amazing.
say the order in terms of like graphical fidelity.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're not like. They're
Here's
not
the
that,
thing
but,
though,
like,
right? When you talk about like the standard of graphics, I'm very flexible with that anyway because
Yeah, me too.
I believe that there's a lot of scope for like different stylizations,
Yeah.
and certain stylizations don't demand
Yeah.
as much like rendering or processing in graphics. Do you know what I mean? There's like
I was talking to Amy about it in the car on the way back. I was saying like I'd rather it was like. It was massively like gameplay based than just fucking like.
That's it. Immersion over
Yeah.
graphics every.
But the thing is,
every
though,
time.
But like what I'm saying there is, it's not a case of things in the background. There's hardly anything. It's like you look, and it's like looking in real life in the regard that nothing's out of focus. Do you know what I
And
mean?
here's the thing, right?
Like even shit. at the
He
distance
hates
looks
it,
good.
but I liked Skyrim. I really enjoyed Skyrim.
Yeah,
Right, but I fucking loved Oblivion,
yeah.
and I still prefer Oblivion over Skyrim. And you go and look at the graphics of Oblivion. Even at the time, they weren't good graphics, mate.
Well, when it first got released,
the heads of those cat people.
there wasn't that. Though when it first got released, it was like the water physics and stuff that people were raving about.
Yeah, but the graphics were just fucking donkey shit.
But that's the thing. I went back. I have been going back to it recently because I've been playing it when I've been around Amy's with her. And like the first time I turned it on, I was like, "Oh my god, this is fucking terrible."
But I bet the music got you though as soon as you
Yeah,
boot it
but
up.
the thing is though, is after you've been playing it for a couple of hours, you don't even notice how bad it is as
Nah,
much.
because you're in, aren't you? You pulled in.
So that's the thing, immersion over graphics.
That's a good question for anyone listening as well. What's the most immersive game you've ever played? You know, when you get them games where you think you've been on it for 2 hours and you've been on it for 6.
yeah. Oh, in fact, in that case, right, there's only like there's a lot of RPGs that are up there, but for sheer fucking can't put the pad down 4 o'clock in the morning time sinks, right? XCOM,
Yeah, I was going to say XCOM.
without a doubt.
Yeah, for me, XCOM and The Last of Us. XCOM
Oh, The
was
Last of Us, yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You should never let me that game. It was like crack.
Yeah,
It was
because
like
that's the thing. You were like initially not even that fussed about it, but I was like, here, try it. You'll it's right up your street. You'll love it. And then I came around the next day, and you're like, you're a dick. I haven't slept.
I think for me would have to be for Dragon Age or Asheron's Call.
Do you know what else my mind goes back to? My first experience of genuine immersion was The Hobbit on my C64. Do you remember them type and go RPGs?
Oh, yes.
Where it was like a book, like a
Oh,
story.
I loved shit
and
like
then
that.
You had to
Yeah,
type
yeah.
go north,
go north, do
3
this,
steps
do
or
that,
some shit.
get rope, climb rope,
Yeah.
throw all that stuff. I
Stab goblin.
fucking loved that game.
The way I see that though is I kind of put that in the same pocket that I do D&D, because it's all up here in your mind. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
create like what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I
the ones I
also,
did,
I
all
also put up here in my mind, like in the same pot as D&D, in the regard that you're shit at that as well.
Yeah, probably.
the ones I did have graphics though were just really bad line graphics of like walls, and
Yeah.
you were just moving around a maze basically.
No, the Hobbit didn't. The Hobbit had just had still pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just still, but they were quite like nicely done, nicely
Yeah.
drawn. And it was just like that sort of thing. And then here, so like the banter aside about you being shit, obviously I'm being a dick, but the whole thing is you're absolutely right. It was the same as an RPG,
Yeah.
like a tabletop RPG system, in the regard that it was here
Yeah.
in your head,
All upstairs.
which was amazing.
So there's a new Black Ops coming out.
Glory.
And
Glory.
moving on from that.
Yeah.
You know, we're supposed to be talking about games, so I
I
thought I'd
don't
just
care.
One
about-
thing that
look,
I'm actually looking forward to, which I think it's finally had its release date announced, and it'll probably be about the time I'll get a burnout on Fallout 4. New Street Fighter 5 is
Yeah.
getting released in February 2016.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But on the subject of that Black Ops thing, honestly, they're just fucking doing it to death. They need to stop.
I know, it's like fucking Battlefield's getting the same way, fucking Assassin's Creed,
That's the thing though, it's a license.
one
to put
game
money in.
every year. It's a way to kill a game.
But that's the thing, if people keep buying it, do you know what I mean? It's the people who are okay with the same shit in a slightly different wrapper every year.
With one thing though, at least Call of Duty keeps all the fucking, or most of the trolls in one place.
Uh-huh.
It's
Actually, the only good thing about Call of Duty is that fucking guy you showed me, that Lieutenant Lick Me. He's the best thing about Call of Duty.
Oh, have you not seen him? I like watching these trollers on YouTube, right? And this Lieutenant Lick Me guy goes on mainly on Call of Duty, and he's the best troller you've ever fucking seen. And he does it in the style of Anonymous. He even has like the voice changes and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's so articulate as well. It's not just moron trolling. Mate, he gets to the point where he gets people believing so severely that he's this top hacker and that he's this super guy. He gets people to ring the mates as a punishment to tell the mate that he's gay because he's been picking on this like lesbian online. So then he gets him and he forces him to do it, and he'll ring this guy even though he's not gay and come out as gay because he genuinely thinks Anonymous are after him.
Yeah.
And he fucking do, you know what I mean? And he persuades them to do it to make them feel how it feels to do what they did to other people.
Well, that's the thing, half the time, like, wait, all the time, it's never just, like, him targeting a certain person, it's their mates who've, like, sort of contacted him about, like,
or somebody who's been
So-
like bullied by them.
Yeah, so, like, what it is they'll, like, say it might be, like, his brother was like, oh, he's a dickhead whenever he's online. So, like, he'd be like, alright, well, if I wasn't an Anonymous, could I do this? And then he'd get the brother to set the car alarm off outside. And then the kid's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And, like, when he knows, like, the whole name and their address and stuff, I mean, it bleeps it out.
I watch him all the time, mate.
But
He's
it's
fucking
really
legend.
good.
excellent.
He's so funny, man.
Sounds good. I might have to give it a watch sometime.
Yeah, the good life.
They are great.
I'll
It's
go
just
on.
the best bit is seeing like horrible little fucking spotty teenage cunts doing a 180 because they're always like
They start crying and
and
stuff.
they're
some of them.
like all right shit I'm sorry don't like do anything and you're like fuck you.
I believe, yeah, I believe.
Okay, so have you seen the PS Plus lineup for November?
Yes,
Nah.
And
Walking Dead season 2
yeah,
Oh, I've seen it.
reasonably pleased with.
it's,
Reasonably.
I'm not a fan of The Walking Dead,
Yeah,
but obviously I've played season 1 and 2 because I got it in that Telltale Games pack, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought
Yeah.
it was good.
in terms of like sort of the quality of
Did we
game,
get
it's-
season 1 at some point? Have I missed this?
No.
I'll have to have a look.
but I think season 1 originally came out on PS3, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that'll be why this is the PS4 exclusive. I know you can get season 1 on the PlayStation, so
How much is it?
The first episode's free, and then I think it's something like £7 for the
For the season.
yeah.
yeah.
But at the minute, you know how
Still not sold on these point and clickers like.
well, you know how you recently picked up Borderlands, and you said you really love Handsome Jack.
Yeah, but I know there's the Tales from the Borderlands thing.
Yeah.
recommend you play that. The first episode's free in the store as
They're
well.
just point and click things though.
They are, but the story.
Yeah, the stories are really well done.
And if Borderlands 3 follows Tales from the Borderlands, because I think it might do, because there was some pretty heavy shit happened in it. It's worth playing through.
The thing that I like about the Telltale games though is that like even though it's point and click, a lot of it's still left in your hands because a lot of it's still decision making.
Yeah, you get a lot
and
of
you can-
choices.
You can still like fuck.
Do you know what it reminds me of them books we used to get when we were kids? Where
Choose
it's
your
like,
own adventure.
yeah.
It's
That's
kinda
exactly
if,
what it
if
is.
you think Peter should get caught by the pirates and gang raped, turn to page 17.
Peter
If
loved
you-
it at the end.
If you think Peter gets away and his sphincter is not turned into a blood orange, turn to page 27. It's like that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
page
you know?
27. Peter slips on the way out and still gets gang raped. His anus is massively blood orange.
His anus is now blood orange to bits. Poor Peter, he is dead.
But yeah, like
You should play it. It's a good game.
the bit that sticks out for me.
I think
on
you
one
were
of
about
them-
to suggest that I should write some. But based on what I just told you there, I think you were all like, you know what, dude, you need to write your ideas down.
I would probably read
yeah.
a Choose Your Own Adventure written by you.
I'm going to call it Peter and the Blood Orange.
There's got to be one ending where he doesn't get blood orange though, because if
Why?
it's all blood oranges, Peter won't read
But
it.
maybe that's the twist.
Yeah.
You so should write your own story.
Have you seen Shrek is Love, Shrek is
Yes. Yeah, that's fucking. That's not new on the internet. That.
Oh,
But welcome to the party.
Fucking hell, have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh, it's pretty dark shit. Just thinking where can I draw influence from? Yeah, anyway, continue.
Blood orange is love.
For those of you who haven't seen it, go on YouTube and search Shrek is Love, Shrek
Even
is
before
Life.
your old son's seen that, it's
Yeah.
Episodes 1, 2 and 3.
So the other game is Magicka 2, which
Which-
I've been toying about buying for a while.
I played the first one, and
Was Magicka the cards game?
no, you're thinking I like Magic the Gathering.
I am, yes.
Magic. It's kind of like it's like top down isometric, and it's like combat based. But you're a wizard and you've got spells, right? But the idea is you've got elements
Is
that
it
are
turn based or not?
no trail time, but you've got elements, and the main draw of the game is like you can have 5 elements stacked at any one time in your bar, but which ones you choose and in what order affects what the spell comes out as.
Right.
So there's like literally hundreds of different spell combinations, and like the gameplay itself's like pretty fucking bog standard, but the storyline
Command
isn't.
and Conquer style.
Yeah, the storyline
Well, I
isn't,
like that sort of
isn't
game
like
anyway.
amazing, but it's really like
It's fun.
it's really referential. There's like so much like internet humor on it on both
Yeah.
games.
Did you see the trailer for Magicka 2?
Yeah.
Where it was the Game of Thrones music
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that the vampire.
Yeah.
I loved that. That was excellent.
But I played the first one and I kind of enjoyed it. It's like I'd kind of put it in the time waster category.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't sit and play on it for hours, but if you want something to pass the daft hour with, then yeah, it's good. So I'll pick it up and I'll play it. But for me, the better one's the Walking Dead Season 2. In terms of like a quality of game, it's moving higher now, I think.
Yeah. And for PS3, Mass Effect 2,
Yeah.
which is the best Mass Effect game.
Agreed.
Love that game. I'm like one trophy away from platinum the fucker as well, so
Yeah.
I might download that.
First playthrough on Mass Effect 2, who did you shag?
On the first playthrough,
Yeah, who did you go for initially? Because you always go back and end up going through all of them like a dose of salt, but
Miranda.
Miranda, me too. Although I got right the way up to the point where I wanted I'd sealed Miranda in, but I'd been that flirty with the wifey who's like at the comm desk or whatever her name is, the ginger one.
Oh yes.
And it was at the point where like if I went any further with her, then I'd like lock her in. I couldn't shag Miranda, so I was like, all right, you'll just have to fucking get on with it.
And then pretty much every playthrough after that was Jack.
Yeah. But Jack's one of the ones where you can shag her dead early, can't you?
No, that takes a lot of doing to get into Jack.
Oh no, it's not that. She gives you the option dead early, but it's like a red herring. It's like
Yes.
a trap.
Oh, yeah.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
That is because when we talk about that, I thought about a double check because I was reading this article the other day, and it is right. It's on Cinema Blend, and it's about XCOM coming to the next XCOM coming to
I can't wait.
PS4, and it's still not confirmed, but they've kind of given some explanation as to why it's gone the way it has and why this article strongly implies that it's probably going to happen.
Right.
And it's basically for right now, it's been confirmed that XCOM 2 is only scheduled to arrive on PC as an exclusive. However, it might be a timed exclusive because the developers haven't completely ruled out release on Microsoft and Sony's 8th gen consoles. According to an interview with IGN creative director Jack Solomon, mentioned to IGN that the team at Fireaxis Games aren't opposed to porting XCOM 2 to home consoles. So that's head developer,
Yeah.
right? And he gives the explanation why it's focused on PC. It's basically because they're a small team.
Yeah.
Right, but at the moment they've just focused on the PC. Why? Because they can't afford to be stretched thin working on a multi-platform game and trying to scale the assets and features from PC to PS4 and Xbox One. Fireaxis is a small team and they want to work on doing the best they can with the capabilities and power of a PC. So basically what they're doing is finishing the game on PC
Then
because
port
they're a
it.
small team,
Yeah.
then they'll port it.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
Which is what happened with Enemy Unknown.
exactly, and what a fucking cracking job of that they did.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited about that.
I really am, because I was reading the thing before about how, like, the setting of it, and the setting of the second one is that like Earth's fallen to the aliens, and you're now the Resistance trying
That's
to win
cool.
back Earth, and
That's
I was
cool.
like, I need to play it.
Well, I
need to play
hope
it.
that they do some more multiplayer because we never really got into that. We did
Yeah.
play a bit, but like I kept smashing everyone, so no one would play with us anymore.
And the thing that put us off about the multiplayer was the same thing. It's the same thing they did with like Dragon Age, where they don't let you
Use your main character.
choose your specs. You get
Oh.
locked into something that has a certain talent tree.
Yeah.
So there was still loads of setups you could choose based around, because you had like 3 people on your team. Based around that, and loads of synergies you could use, but it might not be the ones you want, or the way you're used to playing.
Have you still got Drive Club, Andy, installed?
Yeah,
Have you seen the new DLC?
Motorbikes.
Motorbikes.
I'll have a look.
DLC.
Is that DLC that I have to pay for?
Probably.
Because I think I've run out of all my
DLC allowance?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's a shock for you. Are you ready? Because this will shock you to the core. So the new Assassin's Creed game
Bored.
has bugs that cause you to fall out of the world and out of the
Holy
map.
shit, I'm shocked to my core.
Well,
bet
fancy
you are.
that. I mean, such conscientious developers like Ubisoft.
Who would have thought Ubisoft? That
I mean,
could
it's
happen,
never been known, has it?
No.
Nah.
Jeez.
Do they have faces, this one? Do they have faces?
Do you want to see the video? It's only 40 seconds long.
Go on then, let's have a look.
Has the new Tony Hawk's been fixed yet?
Nah, probably not. That'll never get fixed, man. When the patch is twice the size of the fucking game.
Ha!
It,
He's out. He's fucked. He's ha! I can't believe they've released this fucking garbage as a full price platinum game. Honestly, it's fucking garbage.
Do you know-
And
do you know what
do you know
I think it
what?
is?
Do you know what? The people who buy it, you know, I always say, oh, these are selling the rip. The people who buy it fucking deserve it. That's the game they deserve for being fucking stupid enough to keep supporting.
this is the
giving
thing,
their money.
because it comes out every year as well in terms of a development schedule, right? This is the thing. When's the last time you heard about there being a fucking beta for Assassin's Creed?
No.
Shit doesn't get play tested and the bugs don't get ironed out, and they release it as it is because I think they're on a time schedule. Why would they have spend 2 years developing a game and then like another 3 months ironing the bugs out in betas when they could just release one every year?
Do you
It's a
know
pile
what?
of shit.
So I want to give.
People buy it anyway. That's
I
the
think we
thing,
should do this for Ubisoft. Golf clap. Well done, Ubisoft.
Well done, yeah. Heroes, well done.
Oh, the thing you were saying earlier about how you don't want to be robbed about with Battlefront. Like, I feel the same, but I was reading the thing earlier where EA said that based on the results of the beta, they're feeling very positive about Battlefront sales, and they've raised the expected sales from 10 to 13 million.
What?
Yeah. So, I don't know if that's in like revenue or actual copies sold. I'd assume probably the former. In fact, definitely the former. But yeah, like 13 million on like copies of the game is like, it's still like pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether that's including the season pass though. But the fact that it's not so much the money as it is like the fact that they're saying they feel happy with it. Like how it's coming along. So
I'm guessing they're pretty much just getting a lot of good feedback from the beta test.
Yeah, because I mean, this is the thing, right? Let's not forget, we're like, this is the thing. I think what it is we're being skeptical, but the games industry's made us like that. But
Yeah,
when
totally.
we actually played the beta, none of us can say that we didn't enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So, like in terms, this is the thing. Look at the way we were joking about when we were playing it, because it was like after every game, it was like, "Do you want to leave some feedback?" And we were like, "Yeah, why not? Yeah, 5 stars. It was excellent. I liked the FPS experience. I liked how faithful it was to the series, and none of the above."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, even I said it was
Yeah.
awesome.
So-
and I hate online games.
They must have got like
I know I'm going to pick
Really
it up.
positive
I know
feedback.
I'm going to pick it up, and I know I'm going to pay for premium. Oh, I already know I'm going to just waste all this money.
I might just wait. I probably won't pick it up on launch, but I will. Pick
I
it up.
won't pick it up on launch for the simple reason there's too much stuff coming out. It's November. It's right on top of Christmas.
Yeah, like my big purchase before Christmas is Fallout.
Yeah,
Like there's other stuff coming out,
Yeah.
but I'm not that in. Like that can wait.
yeah. I'm with you on that. Like, I'll probably be well into the new year before I get Battlefront. Like,
Yeah,
hope might even come down in price before I buy it.
I wouldn't surprise. Like that's the thing. You've got to think it's going to come down in January anyway for the sales.
Have you seen the new Tom Clancy game? Not Rainbow Six.
The
other one.
Division.
No. Ghost Recon. Have you seen the trailer for the new Ghost Recon game?
Oh, what is
No.
it? Siege something or or is it just Siege? Ghost Recon Siege. I think I didn't know.
I can't remember its name, but from the crack, what I got from the trailer is you have a squad of 4 to 6 players, is it?
Yeah.
Something like that. And from what I can tell, it looks like it can be you and all of your mates.
That would be cool.
And you're sent to South America to just basically pick off drug lords. So you've got one guy
Rainbow
who's going to be your
Six
sniper.
Siege,
No, not Siege. Ghost Recon. So it's not Rainbow Six, it's Ghost Recon.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm getting confused.
So you got one guy who's got to stay back, be a sniper. Then you got other guys who've got to
Yeah.
surround the ranch they're on
Demolition guard.
and just fucking
Yeah.
wreck everything, and it looks so much fun.
Ghost Recon, yeah.
Yes. Phantoms, I think that could be it.
That's 4 months ago. So if I just search
Yeah.
for like within this month,
Oh no, the trailer was a few months ago actually. So
Wildlands first gameplay there 2 weeks ago. Ghost Recon Wildlands.
yeah,
Ghost Recon
that could be it.
Phantoms there.
It could be Wildlands. Let's have a look and I'll see what it's called. I should have prepared this, but
Who cares?
it just came to us.
I've well, I mentioned it last week. Like I'm going to keep an eye on the Division now because now I've seen the gameplay. For
Mate,
it
it looks
really good.
fucking incredible, man.
Looks
Me and
really
our
good.
Ben has been on about it for fucking months.
Because I know you, like, I didn't know about it till you showed us the trailer, and the trailer looked good, but I was like, well, we'll see, because, like, that kind of game, I'm kind of hit or miss.
You'll enjoy
If
it.
I like it, I'll really like it. But,
We were slagging
yeah.
you off on the live feed the other night, me and Liam, saying like, I was slagging you off, Liam was laughing, saying that you should stop playing your stupid faggoty Let's Play on that faggot game, that
The one that Liam's playing.
the Hipster of Isaac,
Oh, right.
that one.
Yeah.
And you should have been on Slasher with us.
Do you know what it is?
'Cause
Like,
you'd have enjoyed it.
the only reason I've been doing that is because A, it's got a good following, and, like, B, because it doesn't take very long.
You turn into a whore tube guy.
Yeah. Well, I've
Alright.
got it, like, once, that's the thing, it's about exposure. Once you've got it, you can do what you like, but to get started...
Well, I never have exposed myself. I've always just ended up in the cell.
And Hal's doing it on
you
YouTube
think
every
Flasher,
night.
The mystery solved.
What were you saying there, Cooper? Because I was just, your voice bored me to tears. What?
Oh, no, I was just saying that last night I shagged your dad,
Again,
yeah, and then I murdered your dog.
right?
But no, it's called Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah.
Just
And
for the
it's
top
set-
5 hits I've got.
It's set in Bolivia. You've got a 4-man team. That's it. Check this out.
Yeah, it already looks amazing.
This is a video that.
Oh, his voice is annoying.
Oh, hang on, let's turn him down.
Wasn't expecting.
I'll find one that's not got him talking over it.
Just find the actual trailer for it.
That's a walkthrough. So what's it
It's-
called? Wildlands.
Well,
I like how they're kind of going away from, like, your standard fucking, like...
this is
tropes.
open world apparently.
No, I mean, like... That's Bolivia.
Oh, there's
right?
E3.
The most recent fucking Far Cry was, like, in the middle of fucking
Kiryat or some
like
shit.
I was like Kirat, but it's like fucking Tibet or something in
Yeah.
it. Do you know what I mean? But it's not just like fucking Russia, Middle East, fucking your standard like military tropes. It's nice that they're
Most of
like
us fear death,
I fear
but
death.
for the Santa Blanca drug cartel,
I don't like
death
drug
is a
cartels.
saint. They embrace her,
This looks amazing.
praise her, worship her.
well, that's a good way to get blood all over
They
your
kill
money.
thousands without repercussion.
How do you think they make blood money?
Skulls, guns, blood, money.
Has it got shoes though? That's the real
Wait,
question.
Because they've got shoes that shoot
It's
bullets.
so far,
Fight an
I've seen
enemy,
It's
two
got
guns.
cocaine.
fear death,
Guns and cocaine's a good start for a game.
from the clouds.
Remember, lads, the less you think you're being affected, the more you're being affected. This is
This is gameplay footage.
I've seen this trailer. This is awesome. Who's that? I recognise that.
Sound founded for you.
I recognise
What
his
song is
voice.
this?
I don't think we'll have any chew having this song on the podcast, like.
They're loading up the cocaine.
No, I don't think it's going to get it.
Sounds like Friction by Imagine Dragons.
There you go.
I really, really like that. I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Look at that, man.
that looks amazing, man. Oh, Ben's gonna like this.
Yeah.
Or you fight from the shadows.
Do you know what it is? It's GTA without the silliness. In terms of like team play for like
Yeah.
like missions and stuff.
Evidence behind.
That's what it is. That's really cool.
It's artistically very nice.
But you know what my concerns are about this game?
What?
It's made by Ubisoft.
Are you kidding me?
Why do you do these things?
I build it up, I build your hope up, and then I just knock it
Dash it
down.
against
To be
the rocks.
fair, I mean, it's not the Assassin's Creed team though, is it?
I look at the fucking graphics there, like,
Or you can unleash chaos.
Butterfly
Strike
Knife,
from every side.
Balason for those who care.
Fuse 'em. Destroy everything.
I'm gonna do that to you, Hal.
Decide who lives
Gas you straight in the face.
and who dies.
That's cool.
Oh,
this is a game I would actually play online.
I think our Ben would love this, like. That's right up our Ben Street, and I'll share this on the page, I'll tag Ben.
I'm hoping it gives you the option to play it dirty or clean,
Yeah,
like, you know, you
yeah.
can just steal the money and drugs for yourself
Yeah.
and shit like that.
I'll play dirty, like.
Oh, totally.
I'll set up a cartel with your coops.
Coop's Cartel.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I'd pick that up.
There'd be 3 GD, would be the 3 grumpy dealers.
Thing is, though, I've always liked the Ghost Recon games.
Yeah.
How do you fight an enemy that doesn't fear death? You manipulate them from the inside until the monsters wipe each other out.
That looks amazing, that, like.
That looks fucking incredible, that.
How good's that salt flats level gonna be? Because you're gonna have no cover.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just gonna have to be like a rush to get in and fucking fuck them up.
It looks like it's took some of the close quarters influence from things like The Last of Us.
Yeah. Something The Last of Us did so well.
Very well. I've not seen anything do it as well since.
That looks really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's definitely something to get excited about.
Yep. I agree.
So how far along is that? Is that like...
Let's find out.
Does it have a release date yet? Or?
I'll share this.
It's probably going to be next year, I'm thinking.
You know what? That's the perfect way to do it, really, in terms of like sharing stuff on the fucking Facebook page. If we just do it mid-podcast as we come across it.
Well, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. I know, just like... But like that would be the perfect way of doing it from now on.
Let's have a look. So, I'm looking for the release date. No. Yeah, next year.
Could be good, yeah, next year.
Definitely. That's a game I would pre-order, I think. Even though I'm all against pre-orders. That No Man's Sky.
I'm against you.
Well, this is for you.
They have done two things. I've posted two things.
It wasn't really for him though, was it? It was for the listeners. Now the listeners are going to have to deal with that.
But they might enjoy it.
I suppose, thankfully, we don't have smell-o-vision yet. Like
We don't have listeners. So.
All 9 of you, if you're listening.
Which is why I didn't do my usual copyright shit, because I'm like, who the fuck's listening to
Yeah.
us? Nobody. Who gives a fuck?
Not me. I couldn't care less. Mind, I keep getting notifications that we've had like
New views.
1 or 2 new views. Like, whoa, get it.
Yeah, 1 or 2 views. Well, we haven't even got a fucking 100 likes yet.
Have we not?
No.
No, it's like 80 something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just keep pushing, man. We'll get there. Slow and steady.
I just give in posts and I was
That,
like, if you two are not doing it, I'm not fucking doing it.
That
Well, that's no attitude, is it?
that thing about if we get 100 likes, they can see a video of you eating a fudge or something. Which obviously hasn't worked. Nobody wants
to see you eat a fudge.
I've had it sat there in the fridge for weeks.
Maybe if you offered to do a video of you eating a fudge, but through your anus, maybe then we'll get the likes.
Why does anyone want to see what I just normally do on a night, though?
That's the reason you got rid of the PlayStation camera.
Again, go well, we're already off on a tangent. But it tickles me that probably someone working for Cadbury does have the fucking job title of fudge packer.
Yeah, we've been through this one before, haven't we?
Do you think he gets embarrassed about it?
I would. I'd say
proud.
probably me. I'd be like, so what do you do for a living? I'm a
Fudge
fudge
packer.
packer.
I'd like it. I think it's a good way to get a reaction, isn't it?
Yeah, they'd be like, excuse me. Like, yeah, I work at Cadbury's packing fudge. And be like, oh. Thought it was someone else then. You'd be like, fuck perverse. God, get your mind out the gutter.
Right, I've got no more gaming news. Not that I've had any this week.
No. Well,
Microsoft.
that's a change.
Microsoft, it wasn't good guy Phil Spencer, it was some other guy. Apparently Microsoft are quoted as saying that they're confident that Rise of the Tomb Raider will stand against Fallout 4.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Oh, you fucking what?
Yeah, this is the thing, because my initial thing was like, ha, okay, I'm sure.
That's
Like,
what I thought as well.
but apparently, in the actual interview, they're quoted as saying that the whole players will buy both of them. So how is that standing against Fallout 4? It's like, yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider is so great. Hopefully you'll buy it as well.
please buy it.
Please. I know Fallout 4 is coming out, but just please.
Is that the one that was delayed time release?
Yeah, on the PlayStation, and it's the one with 300 game-changing microtransactions in it.
Well, do you know what? Like even before I knew about the game-changing microtransactions, like I said to you before, they can fuck off.
Yeah.
They can fuck off with the time. I think timed release is the pettiest thing in the game industry. I think it's a fucking joke, and I think anyone who goes along with it for the fucking
It's just a cash grab, isn't
tasty
it?
Activision dollars,
Yeah.
right?
You know what's more petty though?
What?
Philip Poisson.
Philippe Poisson.
It's up there with him. It's kind of like the thing he would do.
Yeah.
It's people like him who came up with timed release.
I think if you were to personify timed release, it would be Philippe Poisson.
Yeah.
What, do you go to his fish and chip shop and he's like, I can only give you a...
If he actually had a fish and chip shop, I'd go there. I'd totally buy fish and chips off him because I think that would be
But
funny.
a timed release for fish, maybe you'd get one and Andy wouldn't for like another year.
Have you ever been out on a night out and go to a pizza shop with your mates on the way back? That's how
what
it
is.
works
Timed-
anyway.
yeah. That is timed release. Yeah.
There's always one guy who doesn't get his pizza until 2 minutes before the fucking taxi's there.
That was me and you. That's why we had to walk back from Durham. the
Yeah,
other
it
day.
was I.
That was shit.
Oh, and the other one little thing that I've got is in an interview recently, the guy at the head of Sega has promised the future Sonic games won't suck.
To be fair,
Do you want to hear?
that's fairly honest though.
Do you want to hear his exposition on that? Or
Yes, I
just
do.
leave it there?
I want to hear it.
Basically, because do you know how the most recent one was like Sonic Boom or something, and it was based on they'd revamped like the television show, and based on the success of the cartoon, they then made a game based on that. So basically, what he's saying is like recently, well, since it stopped being Sonic and became a platformer recently, the demographics skew towards younger players, and they're saying that they've lost touch with like the veteran gamers who've been around since like when it first came out on the Genesis, and they're saying they want to try and reconnect with those guys. So
I can't see that happening.
I can't.
Yeah.
The thing is, do you know what it says? Like at first I read that and I went, "That's admirable," and I went, "Hang on, didn't Nintendo say this recently? How well's that gone for them?" Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Could you like play Sonic now and
No.
enjoy it? The
No.
original Sonic?
No.
Because I've tried and I couldn't.
You know what fucked me off? I bought that arcade classics disc for the PlayStation 3
Yeah.
a couple of years back, and half the games on it were fucking broken, including Sonic, because you know when on the Mega Drive you
No,
used
you
to hold,
can't rev,
hold
can
down
you? Aye.
and tap X to rev, or A, B or C, sorry, you had to have that feature for certain parts of the level.
Yeah.
You can't, like Hal just said there, you can't rev on the PlayStation 3 one. So I did briefly go back and try and play it, and it was fucking pointless.
I mean, there was that thing that came out. I'm not sure if it was on all consoles. It probably was. It was last gen though, like Sonic Generations, I think it was called.
Yeah.
And they did the 2D thing alongside the 3D thing, and it was kind of like meant to bridge between them.
Yeah.
And like from what I understand, the 2D ones that they did were pretty good, but like it wasn't really enough. It's you can't please both camps. That's the
No,
thing.
I think for people like us who
Yeah.
were around when Sonic first came out, I think we were at the right age for Sonic
Yeah.
then. It's not something I could sit and play
honestly,
now.
I think Sonic needs to die. I think they need to let it go.
Yeah.
They should have let it go years ago. Do you
Like
know what it is?
Mario as well.
Sonic is the fucking Cliff Richard of gaming. That's what it is.
High five. So what the fuck does that make the Mario Brothers and the Bee Gees?
Yeah, the thing is though, the Mario games are still by all accounts pretty decent.
They're not,
They're
man.
not-
Shut the fuck
Basically,
up.
Mario games are beige.
Not the fucking. I'm not
They're
talking
all
about at the Olympic Games
same,
shit.
it's the same
I'm talking about
game.
like Mario Galaxy.
You're talking about,
That
oh
was
look,
shit.
the princess is being took to a castle. Let's jump over some platforms and rescue the princess. For fuck's sake, man.
But the thing is though, with that, surely you could apply that. to
Mario
any
Brothers
platform
1,
game.
2, 3, awesome.
Super Mario was good.
Everything after that, shit.
Super Mario.
On the N64.
No, on the
I like the N64.
on the
Oh,
Super
it's
Nintendo.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
It was awesome.
Lost Levels was good.
They were anything.
Paper Mario on the
Anything
SNES.
after the Super Nintendo is shit.
Good.
Did you ever play Paper Mario 2? It was on the GameCube.
No.
You've got a GameCube, haven't you?
I did.
Alright.
The kids picked it up and threw it across the room and smashed
that's a
it.
shame, because that's the thing. If you like the first one
Mate,
on
the
the
amount of
SNES,
stuff your
you'd
kids
really,
have
you'd
smashed.
really
I'd
like
have
that.
picked your kids up and thrown them across the room by
I'm
now.
close to doing it, like.
Like that's the thing. When I was younger, I was a Nintendo fanboy, but like you would really enjoy
Oh,
that.
you're still a Nintendo fanboy. You just suppress it around us because you know we'll torture you.
Nah, I don't like. I've got no interest in Nintendo anymore.
Mate, look at the way
Except
you've
for
done
the
your hair.
Nintendo Wii.
Look at the
Like
way
on
look at the
Adventure.
way you've done your hair and the fact that you rock about in skinny jeans and
Hey,
all
I'm
that-
wearing
yeah,
skinny
you
jeans.
fucking
I'm wearing jogging
Aye,
bottoms.
today, but like you are like the epitome of a fucking Nintendo fan.
I'm not, man.
You are like.
Do you think, you know how, like, Sega have never made a profit in over 10, 12 years? Do you think,
He buys
do you think
coffee beans and
Nintendo's going
grinds it
that way?
himself. What?
Do you think Nintendo's going the same way
I
as
think it's
Sega?
already went that way in the West.
Joking aside and bantering you aside, I hope they go that way.
That,
Because
like,
I've got a hangover today and I hate everybody and I want them to fuck off.
I think Nintendo will die in the West, but in Japan, it's so far ahead of the competition, and it has been for decades. That I don't think it's going anywhere. And
How the fuck can the Nintendo Wii U
I don't
be
know.
beaten?
I don't know, but in
Because
Japan,
it's cultural, because
Yeah.
I know,
Japanese
I know.
culture love that cutesy.
yeah,
Shit.
You know, it's just culturally ingrained. So it's for them.
their
And
perception of cool is way different to ours.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, unless you will, somebody just fucking start.
I think we need to take a picture of Hal with his
He's got it.
anime
He's
hair.
already put one up
It's not fucking anime hair to me. I've got a production part in Greece
with his fucking Super
alongside
Nintendo hair.
Olivia
Hal-
Newton-John.
Do a pause, Hal.
Hal and his Nintendo hair.
Right, we'll get that up. That's going to be on the YouTube video, just that, for an hour and a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, that's cool. I
Hal and
already
his
put one on
Nintendo
fucking
hair.
Facebook earlier on today. When I was like in the mirror, I was like, fucking hell, what's going on there? I was like,
Well, honestly, I want them to fuck off. I want them to leave Western gaming alone. Either that, or I want them to just turn their back on the last 20 years of what they've done and redo a decent fucking Star Fox or something.
that's
like-
the thing. I think if they went back to their IPs, because what it is, it's since the WiiWare they basically sold out to third parties,
Yeah.
and they stopped developing their core shit. Like if all they did was spend time on their core IPs,
And get rid of gimmicky shit like the fucking motion controllers
yeah, then
and
they'd
the
be,
Wii U
far
controller.
stronger in the thing. Do you know what the problem is though? Is like in the West, Nintendo didn't like being third place. That's all it was.
Yeah.
They didn't do badly either. Do you know what I mean? It's just
So
they were
they spat
behind.
the dummy, didn't
They
they?
were behind the other two, so they were like, "What can we do?"
Fuck it off.
So they were like, "Oh, we need to innovate." So that's when the motion control came in, and like obviously, it's not really innovation, but you know,
You know, we slag Nintendo off pretty much every week. But if they made a decent console with a decent controller with Star
we
Fox,
don't know this for a fact, right?
I'd buy
But as
it.
it stands at the moment, this new console is not even going to be in power to compete with current gen. So it's not even going to be at the standard of the PS4, the
that
Xbox One.
was the thing with the last lot, wasn't it? The Wii
Yeah.
U, when it was just being bandied about, everyone was like, "Oh, it's super powerful," and then it came out and it was equivalent to a fucking PS3, and that was the equivalent at the time. That was supposed to be next gen for them,
Yeah.
and it just
And
wasn't.
then the Wii U. Fucking hell, man. Have you
Saying-
played on the
saying
Wii
that
U?
though, saying that though,
Awful.
I do recall, because I did, well, my brother got bought a Wii, when the first came out, but I also remember the fucking absolute ridiculous fucking mental hell on there was trying to get hold of them. Like people,
Yeah.
you couldn't get hold of them for love nor money when they first come out.
What's that, a Wii U?
Not the original Wii, when it first came out, every cunt and his dog wanted one,
Yeah.
and they went for a fucking fortune. They were going on eBay for like 400 quid.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, them and the fit boards. Everybody wanted
Mhm.
one. A fucking fit board, man.
Yeah. I used to like you can be an MMA fighter in your front room. Do you know what I mean? Alright.
I liked how on that it was like how they came with a little fucking thingy for your wrist, and it was like, make sure you've got your wrist strap on, mind. And it's because like
People
the-
were chuckling them through
people
the
were
telly.
like getting so fucking into it, they were launching the fucking Wiimotes through the tellies and shit, and it's like, you've got to be a special kind of retard to do that anyway, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't deserve a TV if you do that. Like,
It's like, fuck now, your choice of console tells you to wear a wrist strap when playing. It's like, what does that say about you as a
it's like
person?
it's almost like don't forget to don your crash helmet
Yeah.
whilst riding the bus. Fuck me. Oh my god.
Make
Did
sure
you
you're
just
wearing
did you
your
just refer to
orthopedic
that?
shoes.
Did you just refer to that as a Wiimote? Did you just give it its proper marketing title?
I
then?
guess I.
But you're not a Nintendo fanboy. You know what you are, son? You're a weetard. Hal's a weetard.
On like what I was saying about like if they brought out a proper console with their core IPs, yeah, I would be.
You're a retard.
I'd be a fanboy.
You still are a fanboy. You just hide it round me and him.
No, I
because
just
you know-
don't. I don't like the way
Let's face
Nintendo's
facts.
went in the
If
past.
they
like,
if they
10
release a
years.
proper console with a new Star Fox, you buy it.
Me, I wouldn't. I would eventually, not at first. I
Well,
would,
that's what I mean. You'd still buy it.
maybe. What I'd do is I'd wait for fucking retard to buy it, and I'd go around it and I'd play it, and if it was any good, then I'd buy one.
Because this is the thing, it's like
Retard would fucking queue at midnight launch. And he's
I
fucking,
wouldn't.
Yeah, you fucking would.
I don't
He'd
do
queue,
midnight
he'd
launches
queue
anymore.
at midnight launch in his fucking Mario hat.
I can't deal with fucking people's body odor and lack of
After
facial
that
awareness.
fucking creature from the Black Lagoon,
Yeah.
like, I can't do it anymore.
And imagine,
Fuck me,
imagine
stunk him.
fucking Nintendo fanboys that like with that I can't.
Oh,
even-
to be fair, they'll all smell nice. Nintendo fanboys will all
the
be
mama
like,
will wash the
they'll
clothes.
be all in brand new skinny jeans and they'll all smell of Mr. Matey and cheap aftershave.
Why, in fairness, Mr. Matey's like top tier fucking bubble bath. I hope
Aye,
you're not, I hope you're not
aye.
slagging Mr. Matey.
No, but it's the kind of people who like buy Nintendo would use Mr. Matey, wouldn't it? It's the same. You know what I mean? It's the same. You do use Mr. Matey, don't you?
No, I don't, but I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, see,
I would.
you probably you are. You are the resident weetard. I think every week you should.
If
have
you
a
had
weetard
if you had a
section.
bottle of Mr. Matey upstairs, tell me you wouldn't use it.
I wouldn't.
You would, I know you
I
would.
wouldn't. It would make me feel like a paedophile.
So like any other day then.
No,
Whilst
What?
we're on Nintendos, you know, GoldenEye,
I'm
Yeah.
familiar with it.
made by Rareware. I was reading an interview with one of the guys who developed it, and he said that the head of Nintendo played it before its release and was really unhappy with it because there was too much blood and too much violence.
What?
Yeah, so that's why when you shot somebody, there wasn't much blood because they had to cut that back. But then he said at the end, he demanded that everybody that you'd shot were back. And Bond was going visiting them in the hospital so you could see they weren't dead and shook all their hands.
That is the gayest thing I've ever fucking heard.
So Rareware were like, oh, yeah, we'll do that. Obviously never.
Holy shit, that's fucking... That's
But he wanted everybody you killed not to be dead, but to be in
bent
hospital
beyond measure, that.
as the credits were rolling.
Oh yeah, well played, sorry. Sorry, I fucking paced too long.
Sorry, I shot you in the head 6 times.
So you got the best of us, James. It's all right.
Oh, water under the bridge, mate. I'm getting an iron lung, it's fine.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
006 is still alive. Yeah, it's all right. I'm just injured a little bit. I'll be fine.
Holy shit, I've heard it all now. Like
How bad would that have been?
that would have been really bad. I can't believe you stick up for them. You fucking weetard.
I fucking loved GoldenEye.
Yeah, you love.
You would have loved the ending better if you shot everybody.
Thing is, as a kid, I just like, I'm saying it's really gay now, but you know what? If I saw
Say
it
it-
now, I'd
say it
still
and
laugh my
right.
tits off. I wouldn't be able to not laugh at it.
Thank fuck for that. I thought you were going to say you'd have been okay with it.
No. It's ridiculous, but it's the kind of thing where like I'd be like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like them YouTube videos where Japanese dolls fart and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Like what?
Have you-
Fuck?
Oh, fucking, we're going off on a tangent here, but the things that fucking that make it onto YouTube from Japan are just fucking weird.
Yeah,
Like, have you ever seen any sort of Japanese game show ever?
of course.
Like the one I saw recently was there was a tube, and there was a Japanese girl on either side, dressed as schoolgirls, obviously, and there was like this just
Oh,
clear
with the
plastic tube
cockroach.
with a cockroach, and they had to blow into the thing, and like whoever fucked up, like basically fucking swallowed a fucking bullet speed cockroach into the mouth,
That's pretty
and just
insane.
like, gagging on it and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, do you know what I mean? How is this okay?
That sounds like good TV. I'd watch that. Sounds alright.
There's some more insane shit
Yeah.
come from Japan.
The only good thing I like that started in Japan is I can't remember what it's called now, but it's like bug fights where they just put loads of fucking nasty creatures into a tank together and let them fight to the death, like scorpions versus Hercules, beetles and stuff like that. That's like alright, I'm okay with that.
So the start of a show where
Hercules, beetle Nactus.
a Japanese porn star, she'll go. So dude goes in a room with a Japanese porn star and she gets to do anything to him.
Right.
If he doesn't come within 15 minutes, he gets to shag her.
What the fuck?
I'm fucking serious.
It's a game
Google
show.
that shit. It's a game show in Japan.
What, on normal telly?
Do you know the thing is though, it's
It
like
can't be.
Google
I
that shit.
believe you it exists, but it must be on a porn channel, lad.
the thing is though, it's like, why? I don't understand, like this is the thing, surely if you're a bloke, right, and it's like the goal is for you to fucking blow your load, right? So who cares if it takes 15 minutes? If she pipes you off and you come in 5 minutes, you're happy, aren't you? It's like, you're not going to be like, no, I've got to hold on.
Wait,
I've got to hold on.
What if there's a cash prize?
Oh, well, that's different.
Do you know what I mean? I think like cash prize.
But if
Come on,
literally the
lad.
only prize...
Get your head outside the box and outside the gutter.
But
If
the
it's
only-
like if you manage to fucking keep your load, destroy her, make her come, and you get like I don't know, like 20 grand. I'd be like, yeah, and I'd still finish.
Well, that's the thing though, if the only prize that you get is shag out, she's basically doing everything but anyway, so who gives a fuck?
You'd still do it though. You'd still destroy her.
And on that note,
Have an email hot review.
but I can laugh for
That's
more
the
than
thing,
15
like,
minutes.
like Japanese porn's all like weird and shit like that, innit? Like it's always fucking like
Tentacles with
no, I'm
I
talking
had a
like
brilliant bite out of him years ago when I was like, because he explained this stuff about this Japanese porn. He was on about this fascinating fact about
pixelated. So.
how yeah, well, they pixelate cocks and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
But this is where like the whole
That's where
tentacle thing
tentacle
apparently came
comes
about
from.
because you don't have to pixelate a tentacle.
Yeah.
So apparently a Japanese
you can
bloke
be as
gets
phallic as you
gets
want.
really
yeah.
turned on by like women getting raped by octopuses and trees and stuff. But he was on about it, and he made the mistake of telling me in front of me and I was Stephen together.
Aye.
So we were like calling him Tentacle Boy and all sorts. But it just went on for so long. He started fucking proper losing his shit with us. Do you know what I mean? But we were just sitting wiggling our fingers up like that.
In fairness though, that was like what 6 months into when I started knocking about here again.
Yeah,
I
you were
didn't have a
pretty-
skin
Yeah,
then.
you were pretty fresh.
Like
like.
I would anything could set us
Can
off.
you imagine me and our Stephen both fucking going at him as well? What was the roadkill crack? I can't remember. I'm sure we had you eating roadkill.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what that was.
No, it was something about like because you were saying, "Oh, would you shag Kaylee?" And I was like, because I barely knew Kaylee, and I mean, I've been friends with you, but I hadn't spoken to you for years, and I
Well,
was
to
like,
be fair, that was our Stephen who posited that one first.
but I was like, no, and you were like, why not?
She mean
And
like,
then I was like, and I can't remember, and something about her getting run over, and you're like, oh, so you'd shag her if she got run over though? And you're like, I was like, what? Where
wanted-
did this come from?
Stephen, he wants to fuck me roadkill girlfriend. Just for listeners, no, I don't want Hal to shag my girlfriend. It was my brother who originally posited that theory.
Unless she's been run over.
Unless she's been
and
run
he's got a
over.
tentacle.
Yeah, yeah. If Hal just happens to be walking along the street with his tentacle, and Warlass is lying there bludgeoned off a fucking
It's not
foot,
technical. We live in the UK. It's just a cock.
you just can't
Don't
see
it?
it at all.
No, to go back on point though, like
Let's see what you did there.
like actual
Did we have a
Japanese
point?
porn, where not like tentacle shit, but where like actual porn. It's always weird. Like it's always in public. It's like always in the middle of like a crowded train or something. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be like people are just riding the fucking train to work, and all of a sudden some bloke will just fucking bend his wife out and start fucking smacking her. And you're like, it's like, do you know what I mean? But it's like there's no setup. I mean, like who watches the setup anyway, really? But it's like,
Well, I'm guessing you by your disappointment in the voice
No,
there.
but it's
Was
like-
no setup like...
but in like
Do you know
anything.
what's missing? Do you know what's missing out of porn nowadays, Michael? The romance.
Aye, but I mean, there's always
The
some.
romance and the
There's always
storyline.
some token thing like Mrs. is broke down, bloke fixes her car, she pipes them off, etc. Do you know what I mean? But it's literally there's just people on a train, and out of nowhere, one bloke just goes, right, I'm having this, and he fucking goes for it. And the look on the lass's face is always just bleak. She never looks like she's enjoying it. It's always like this. It's just fucking completely nonplussed. And every fucker else on the train, it might as well not be happening. They're just like looking out the window, and I'm like, what is this?
No,
What
no.
is this sexy? Do you know what I mean?
I'm guessing you've watched a lot of these by the way you're describing it. So I'm guessing you enjoy the
Not
bleak
a lot, but like, just,
look.
it's kind of like, do you know, morbid curiosity. I put it in that thing, and it's like, okay, that was weird. It's all like this. Do you know what I mean?
That's I think that like that's outstanding work.
I think we went a bit off games there. I don't know what happened.
Hal's going to contact Nintendo and he's going to get a Japanese public porn game made.
That's where it started, because we were talking about Japanese game shows,
Yes.
and you started mentioning porn stars, and it just went from there.
Right, I'm definitely done.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to wait 15 minutes.
I've been Jermaine Greer.
I've been Anita
I'll be
Sarkeesian.
some other prominent feminazi loser, slut, arsehole, cunt.
Ciao.
You've been a Japanese porn star.